physical preparation, and of course the nutrition. So it's just everything, great time to get all put that together. So you mentioned being on the road, so you have to develop all these different.
Hey Dub Nation, what's up YouTubers? This is Poor Man's Commish again, and I wanted to follow up with my Durant injury update video. This time around, some predictions on when we can expect KD to come back. So when I last left you guys at the end of the last video, the last time that we saw KD kind of in action was in Dallas, the Tim Cato video with him shooting around from three-point range. There was also a CSN Bay Area clip of Durant doing little half-court wind sprints. I couldn't find the video for that, but I do remember seeing it on the broadcast that night before the Dallas game. So that was Tuesday. On Tuesday night, late night, the team flew back, had the day off on Wednesday, and then Thursday, the team had practice. That's when I got a chance to ask Coach Kerr when he expected Durant to have his knee reevaluated, because he had the injury occur on February 28th, and that night the Warriors said that they would reevaluate him in 4 weeks. So you fast forward 4 weeks, and the exact date 4 weeks later would be March 28th, which is next Tuesday. Because you got a lot of games peppered around that time frame.
Yeah.
Are you looking to get that done on an off day, for example?
I guess. I don't even know. I'll have to talk to the training staff. I know we'll be in Houston and San Antonio next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. So chances are KD goes on the trip with us, comes home, and gets reevaluated by our doctors Thursday, so a week from today.
When I walked into practice, some people got a chance to see Durant shoot a three-pointer, which, I mean, this is only a day and a half old news, but at that time, that was big news because no one had really seen him aside from Dallas. No one had really seen him do any shooting, at least not in the Bay Area yet. Also, Chris Haynes, my man from ESPN, he tweeted out that KD did a two-handed vertical dunk before exiting the practice court. I didn't get to see that either. There's a lot going on at practices and shoot-arounds, so sometimes you see stuff happen, sometimes you don't. There's a lot of players there doing stuff, so I was probably filming Steph Curry. But anyways, let's fast forward to yesterday morning at shoot-around, when we saw, and other people saw, Kevin Durant working with assistant coach Bruce Fraser. It was hard to miss because everyone had pretty much finished their workouts, and on the far court where Clay usually does his work, KD worked with Q, that's Fraser's nickname on the team. I'm sure you can Google it. Maybe we'll do a video on why he's called Q some other time. But they worked on, I guess, stressing the knee a little bit. Mainly it was stutter stepping, which puts a little pressure on the knee. Not a whole lot of lateral stuff, but the stutter stepping and then dribbling and shooting a shot, that does work the knee a little bit. And this was good to see because he was putting pressure on the knee, not just doing elliptical bike and not just pedaling away, but actually on the floor, making these moves that you see here. And then if you fast forward about 5 hours, we were at Oracle early and we filmed KD for about 15 minutes. In fact, the funny thing is when we got to Oracle, he was still working out, and I guess Jaron Collins was joking with us. At the time, we didn't know, but when we walked in, JC was like, "Oh, you better hurry. He's almost done." So, of course, we hurried and we filmed Kevin Durant doing the pregame workout. Of course, he wouldn't play, obviously, but he was there working on his jumper, three-pointers, doing some more moves, doing some more dribbling, a lot of stop and pops, and he even finished out with a dunk. So that's just fantastic news. It just seems like he's going to be coming back very soon from now. So let's talk about when we think Kevin Durant will be back on the floor. We asked Coach Kerr when KD might get evaluated, but we framed the question such that it would acknowledge that we'd done our homework, that the Houston San Antonio back-to-back, which is next Tuesday and Wednesday, kind of gets in the way of things along with Sunday's game against the Memphis Grizzlies. So when are you going to reevaluate KD? Doesn't it seem like he would be reevaluated on an off day? So Kerr acknowledged that with the Houston San Antonio back-to-back, he said that KD would probably want to travel with the team, which means on the 30th, the day after the San Antonio game, on Thursday, KD would probably get reevaluated. Of course, that's also up to the trainers, but that looks like the day Durant will get reevaluated. So let's look at the calendar here. First of all, the Warriors will face the Rockets on Friday at home, and Houston is now considered an elite team. I don't think you want to bring KD back, even if he was 100%, the day after his reevaluation. Now, the Rockets pretty much have that number 3 seed solidified, so maybe they'll use that game to rest their guys. So it's not like KD would necessarily be thrown to the wolves, let's say, but there's no reason to really rush him back. The Warriors will face the Washington Wizards at home on Sunday, April 2nd. The Wizards are currently the 3rd seed in the East and are 2.5 games behind the Celtics for the number 2 seed. That wouldn't be the ideal game to bring KD back either. You want to bring a guy coming off an injury back in a game that is easier for him, let's say. Then that Monday, April 3rd, would be an off day for the Warriors, and Tuesday, April 4th, the Warriors face the Timberwolves at home. I'm going to guess that KD comes back that day, Tuesday, April 4th. That's my guess. Pure speculation. I've talked to no doctors. I've talked to no other Warriors insiders, no other Warriors experts, no other Warriors pundits, no other Warriors fans. That's just my personal non-fleshed out guess, because you guys probably want me to predict something. So that's my guess. But the idea is to get him a few reps, a game or two or more before the playoffs. One thing you definitely don't want to do is to start the playoffs and that will be his first game. That's a chemistry concern. It's a rust concern. And the playoffs is just an extra notch. It's also more physical. It's an extra level of intensity that is very difficult to throw a player coming off of an injury into. So it should be obvious that we would want Durant to come back and play a few regular season games. The day after Minnesota is a game at Phoenix. 2 more days of rest. Then on April 8th, the Warriors are at home Saturday, April 8th against the Pelicans. Take another day off on the 9th, Sunday. Then you have the Jazz coming into town Monday the 10th. Take another day off Tuesday the 11th. And on Wednesday the 12th, the Lakers come in for the season finale. So that gives KD maybe 5 games before the playoffs. And that's good too, because that's enough of a runway for the Warriors to reestablish that chemistry they had with him and carry that into the playoffs, which will start either that Saturday or Sunday, April 15th or 16th, which means either 2 or 3 days off with practice involved. So that's my report for now. Thanks again for liking and subscribing. Please pass this on to your fellow Warriors fans. And I hope to be doing a lot more of these. Again, I'll apologize for the equipment or lack thereof that we have, but we'll get there. And keep a lookout for the next Insiders video. And until then, let's go Warriors.